And that's why you can experience the dopamine of doing something whilst never doing it. I suppose the first thing we're going to talk about is the modern day productivity paradox and what that is. So that's when we trick ourselves into believing that we're getting closer to our goals. And that is true things like writing it down like in a notebook, or putting it on a sticky note. I'm moving closer to my goals. If you think, for example, the goal of losing weight, you're going to get a dopamine hit out of writing it down and telling people that you're in the process of losing weight, but you actually haven't done anything yet. That's why they say that sometimes it is better not to tell people about your goals. Now, conversely, if you have a goal, say for me, for example, one of my goals is to win a high rocks in the open women. It may be a good idea to tell people, especially the people you train with, because then they know what your intention is, and then you almost have like accountability in trying to reach that goal. So it's paradoxical. I would say if it's a goal that's personal to you, like something like losing weight, maybe keep it to yourself. Or if you're going to the gym, for example, or bringing someone in on the journey, accountability buddy, that may help. But what I'm more talking about is the spinning the wheels. For example, buying like a productivity app, or instead of completing tasks, spending hours on motivational videos without applying any of those lessons. Now, I'm going to definitely throw it back to 2017, 2018 when I was in my like motivational video binge, and I used to buy every single book I could get my hands on. Anything to do with motivation, anything to do with productivity, I would buy it, and that would tick the box in my head that I was a productive person. Of course I was doing nothing, I wasn't applying any of the tasks, and like it is that phrase, ideas without execution is delusion, and that's what I was doing. And that's why you can experience the dopamine of doing something whilst never doing it. It is rooted in our brain's preference for immediate gratification over long-term rewards. We'd rather do the instant gratification piece than suffer, because we are fundamentally wired to prefer pain over pleasure. But this preference leads us to choose tasks that offer quick, false feelings of achievement.